Hey guys, it is Mike with Come Night. Welcome back to another Song Suggestion Friday, the show where you guys put your suggestions of songs you would like my feedback on in the comments below. If you want to know the rules of Song Suggestion Friday, there will be a link to the video below that'll tell you those rules. If you want to know what songs have already been reviewed, there is a comprehensive list of every song down below. I have shirts inspired by you, designed by you. Link below. Let's get started. Holy Hell by Architects. Jumps right into it like a pretty hard cut. I think it's just because of where it's placed on the album and what's happening before it. These are some very extreme vocals, but they still barely have a melody to them. I like the orchestral portion that kind of comes and goes throughout the song. I honestly just love the timbre of everything together. The guitars are very obnoxious in a way that I don't mind at all. I actually think it's very good, but you still hear the bass very clearly. It's rare you can make that happen. The melodies in this track are really good. The chord progression here is very familiar, no crazy phrasing going on. Most of the cool stuff here is in the layering of the tones, the rhythm, and with the vocals. Which, by the way, there's a lot of people who will not like these vocals. That's completely understandable. It's like right on the cusp of stuff that I like. I would not say that there's anything particularly special about this track. I just happen to like it. Total grade for this song, +. Disciples of the Sacred Oath by Orphen Land. This drum mix is truly awful. It's cliche at this point, but the snare sounds like shit. Kick is barely present at all. The guitar tone is decent. The bass tone is not a bad bass tone, but blended with the guitar, it does not go together. With the exception of the scream vocals, the mix is dry as a bone. I don't usually like scream vocals anyway, so that's already another negative against it. And those scream vocals against the talking vocals that they did were way more present than they should have been, and they were also dry as a bone. It just felt so fucking awkward, and making them so present in the mix really shines a spotlight on how terribly they were performed. All of these things I wrote down within the first 35 seconds of listening to this track. I guess there are some cool guitar riffs here. The way that they connected some of them together did not feel very well thought out. Other ones felt more natural. Some of the ones did not. The drummer is okay, but the drum parts are extraordinarily lame in comparison to what's happening in the movement of the guitar. This is worse than a lot of modern day demos that I listen to. I am not sure why my patrons wanted me to listen to this, but total grade for this song, -. Our Courage, Our Cancer by While She Sleeps. The intro is obviously a synthesized piano, but with that delay effect actually sounds really cool. Does the usual trope of 1/7/6. I really like this guitar tone against the mix of the drums. The vocals fit great for this style. Definitely not my personal taste. The guitar solo is pretty cool. Nothing super flashy, but tasty enough and got me excited. There is a brief soft part that still had some growl vocals over top of it. I didn't really like how that felt. Granted, the way that they mixed it with a filter on those vocals helped make it feel better, but still just not my thing. Other than being rhythmically satisfying to me, I wouldn't say there's anything else of note here. Total grade for this song, =. Underwater by Elephant Jim. That name is just funny, Elephant Jim. Love all of the timbres here. Has a jazz rock feel, all of the phrasing is fucking tasty. Actually makes me want to learn that entire bass part. Piano, excellent touch. I typically hate clap on the snare, but in this case it actually works. The groove at 130 is so fucking on point, and I'm really happy that they kind of sat on this groove for a while with like little minimal changes throughout it and just really let you vibe to it, because it's something that you can vibe to, but it's not just boring like hitting big chord. They build a vibe with some actual depth to it. This entire song is a rhythmic orgasm, some cool chord colors, and excellent phrasing. Total grade for this song, 2+. Crucify the King by Iced Earth. Pretty straight ahead metal. When I heard the intro, I thought I'm probably not gonna really like this. I had to listen to this on a YouTube video because it was not on my streaming service, so I don't know if it was YouTube or the original mix, but the mix or the master is just a little bit high mids heavy. The vocals are actually technically good and they fit great into this style, but they were making me laugh very hard. The verse melody is okay, the chorus melody and the yells that they have in there, very good. All of these instrument parts are pretty basic, but they do create a great mood. You can definitely tell that they put thought into the simplicity of what they were doing in order to build this and make it cohesive. and build a specific mood. It also leaves plenty of room to showcase the vocals. The bridge was basically just some chugs with some guitar harmony leads over top of it. It was cool. The song, I would say, is just pretty cool all around. If I could find a better mix or master of it, I would probably like it even more. Total grade for this song, equal sign. Colorblind by Chroma Key. I would hope that whatever you're chroma keying isn't colorblind. That wouldn't work. Very vibey intro, even more vibey than the rest of the song. Got some cool effects on the vocals in the intro too. The string sound against the 80s synth sound, like that feeling. The overall timbre is dark but warm. Melodies are really nice. And then in the chorus, they have a counter melody on the piano. Excellent touch. Just the overall timbre of this song and the fullness of the sonic space is very satisfying to me. The song is pretty simple, there's not much else happening, to be honest. This song didn't even have that much dynamic range, which obviously I've talked about a lot as one of my favorite things, and I still really like this song a lot. Total grade for this song, plus sign. Chlorine Wine by Baroness. I imagine they're probably trying to kill someone. The intro is very vibey with these electronic samples focusing on mids and highs. I don't think there's much lows until the bass comes in. Comes into a soft, warm bass with some pretty crisp guitar parts. I really love the tones here, very soothing. Although I will say their distorted rhythm tone pisses me off. It's distorted and fuzzed almost beyond recognition. I like their ability to mix things up compositionally and keep things interesting without playing a math game. And I'm not just talking about the individual instrument parts, I'm talking about rhythmically as well. Normally, I would dislike these vocals, but my nostalgia goggles are on very tightly today. I guess of what we could call a bridge, there's some guitar harmony leads. Baroness is pretty known for that. I like those. For the most part, these aren't my timbres of choice, but they feel really nice together. As long as I could get that rhythm guitar shit together, I'd love it. Total grade for this song, equal sign. Half of the Way by Vulfpeck. Funky, groovy, vocals are quite reminiscent of Michael Jackson. Great melodies throughout this song. There's not a whole lot of phrasing on the instruments themselves, they kind of leave that to the vocals. The groove in this song is very tight. It's almost like a 70s callback, I dig it. Chord progression is a pretty simple half-step walk-down type of thing through a number of these chords. In the chorus, they have these vocal harmonies that play call and response with the main vocal. Excellent choice. Bridge vocals are absolutely excellent. And thank you so much for the saxophone, the little tasty bit of saxophone that we got. Would have liked more, but that's fine. The synth solo, I'll use that in quotes, was very on point, actually. Nothing special, just needed to be exactly what it was for as long as it was. This is just a great little funk dance song, and I guess a love song. Total grade for this song, plus sign. Lead You On by Emigrate. When they come in with the big sound in the intro, it's almost industrial with the tone of the guitar and synth together. Female vocals are gentle, not technically the greatest, but it does fit very well. It works well with the song, at least in the verses. Not really my thing, but props for it working. I'll be honest, really not a fan of the melodies so far until we get to the chorus melody. It's a little bit better. And this is with some male vocals, but those male vocals were so understated against this huge sound that we have, it just didn't fit to me. I do like the timbre of everything. The drums are simple dance shit, but it works. They don't hang on the same groove for too long. They change the feel every once in a while. The production is on point. This is exactly what this ensemble needed given this composition. I honestly don't think you could have gotten a better mix for this band. All the parts were very present but loud. You have enough satisfying bass and enough of a crisp on the high mids, like it's just right in the pocket, especially considering the timbres we're playing with here. The bridge vocals were uncomfortable and not in an interesting, fun type of way. Overall, I would say this song is interesting. Not quite my thing, but definitely cool. Total grade for this song, equal sign. Sweet Nothings by Plini. I'm sure I'm not gonna love this at all. Love the blend of the guitar with hints of electronic shit throughout the intro into a full-on jazz rock feel. Very beautiful. Features guitar and piano. I absolutely love this theme that they have going on here. Drum work is very tasty. Plini is so good about that shit. Now I know this is gonna be a surprise, but Plini plays amazing lead guitar on this track. The development at 225, very on point. It kind of goes into this double time feel of really building up the energy of this theme and then releasing into either halftime or quarter time. I couldn't really tell. And of course, he does his usual seamless blending of djent with a traditional jazz sound. Love that shit. My last words written down are just really good. I don't think I'll be taking any more Plini on the show just because, I mean, we get the fucking point. I love Plini. You either do or you don't. We can move on. Total great for this song, +sign. That is it for Song Suggestion Friday, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate you. I love discovering new music with you guys, and I'm starting to get into appreciation for the show, even though I don't like having to sit down and listen to something that I may or may not like and have to write down a whole bunch of shit about it. Part of me thinks I might do a new format for the show where I kind of listen to it and do a stream of thought type of thing. We'll see. I don't know how I could do it, especially with copyright shit, but we will figure it out. I think that could be a cooler format. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Please follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I do have a Patreon, but I need to make a video talking about my status on Patreon in the very near future. So if you want to go support me, that'd be great, but we got to talk about this pretty soon. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you in the next video. Rock on!